And tonight, the search for a missing 2-year-old girl ends in tragedy. Divers found the body of Emma Sweet this afternoon in an Indiana river. According to the Bartholomew County Sheriff, Emma was last seen Wednesday with her dad, Jeremy Sweet. Duck hunters found Jeremy Friday morning in his truck. That truck was in the White River. The sheriff says Jeremy likely drove over a 15 to 20-foot embankment and then into the river. He told law enforcement 2 stories about Emma's whereabouts. One, that Emma wasn't with him when he went into the water, and another, that Emma was. Since then, crews of first responders, law enforcement, and community volunteers have been searching tirelessly. Yesterday, they found her coat, and just today, a search team found the toddler's body. The sheriff says Jeremy Sweet is still in the hospital and is in critical condition. He had hypothermia and frostbite from being in the river, and the sheriff has him on a 72-hour hold without bond while the investigation continues. Rachel Droz picks up our coverage from Columbus, Indiana.
Emma was getting to be quite involved in the pageant world. I spoke to one of her pageant coaches earlier today who shares great memories of sweet little Emma.
She was a really special little girl, and we're all super heartbroken as a pageant community.
Words of sympathy and support from Emma Sweet's pageant family.
There's nothing that we can say, obviously, that can make this situation okay, but we are thinking of her mom and her family.
Chelsea Carey coached the 2-year-old.
Their attention span is short, and they're silly, and they're giggly, but she was super smart.
And says Emma was a typical toddler.
Seeing her on a weekly basis and just getting to know how sweet she was and how much she loved being on stage and how much she was looking forward to her future pageants.
Carey had a coaching session with Emma just last week, getting ready for an upcoming Christmas pageant.
Just like any 2-year-old, she was, kind of getting through. She'd get through 5-10 minutes of practice, and she'd say, "All done." And I would say, if we don't practice, we can't go see Santa at the pageant. And she was like, "Okay." And then she'd do another 5 or 10 minutes.
And while this smiling, giggling little miss won't be sitting in Carey's chair come showtime.
I can't even bring myself to pull my list up for the pageant for hair makeup because I know her little name is on that list.
Emma Sweet's name won't be erased.
She'll still have a hair and makeup time. I'll schedule her just like I would have if she were there. And during the time, her appointment time, I think I'll just sit and reflect and miss her.
In Columbus, Indiana, Rachel Droz, WHAS 11 Night Team on your side.